Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day mga Dale and my Education 504 classmates. My name is Norain Umpan Sari and today you will be hearing my report about the Module 5 which is assessing the curriculum. So first, I'd like to inform you that I will be going over the different types of curriculum, and I'm expecting that after this report, we will all have an additional knowledge about assessing the curriculum. So to start up, there are objectives that I would like us to achieve by the end of this report. First, we will learn the meaning and purposes of assessment as they apply to curriculum. Second, we will know the different processes of assessment curriculum, intended, implemented, and achieved. And third, we will be able to differentiate intended, implemented, and achieved curriculum. So what is curriculum assessment? Technically, this assessment is done to know which curriculum will work best for our target participants, which primarily are the students. Or it could also be the holistic approach, which is a school. So curriculum assessment is a process of collecting information for use in evaluation. It is an important part of the system's approach to curriculum development. Please note that any information, data collected, or obtained through various processes will be analyzed for important decision-making process. So what are the purposes of curriculum assessment? Highlight curriculum expectations, gather information about what students know and can do, motivate students to learn better, motivate and encourage teachers to meet the identified needs of students. So schools were gathering this information mostly before the school year starts to get actual data based on what the students want to learn and how the teachers can contribute to meet the needs of their students. Motivation is an important part of the curriculum assessment because it can also be considered a pillar for the students to learn. So assessing curriculum will be of so much help for teachers to provide not only what their students need, but also what their students want and which way they can comprehend lessons. Provide evidence to tell how well the students have learned and obtain feedback that helps teachers, students, and parents make good decisions to guide instruction. So as what I have mentioned earlier, some schools are gathering information before the school year starts, and one of the purposes is to obtain feedback from all parties, wherein information may be provided based on actual experience. So on the following slides, we will be learning more about the three types of curriculum: the intended curriculum, the implemented curriculum, and the achieved curriculum. So intended curriculum refers to a set of objectives set at the beginning of any curricular plan. These are the planned objectives, goals, and purposes set at the beginning. This also answers what the curriculum maker wants to do. So when you create a curriculum before a school year starts, that may be considered intended curriculum because you are providing the curriculum which you want to or prefer to follow. There are also some indicators to measure the intended curriculum. Please read through the following questions. Next is the implemented curriculum. Implemented curriculum refers to the various learning activities or experiences of the students in order to achieve the intended curricular outcome. Various activities conducted for the purposes of accomplishing the objectives. So this is what we call the action. That's why it is implemented. This is the type where you do actual activities and learning styles based on your intention to complete a curriculum. Here are some of the questions that may be addressed when assessing the implemented curriculum. So if you noticed, most of the questions for this assessment are actually implying to something that have been done or made during the lesson. It is most likely to check what activities and ways both the students and the teachers did. So since we are done with the implemented curriculum, let's learn more about the achieved curriculum. Achieved curriculum refers to the curriculum outcome based on the first two types of curriculum. This is now considered the product. Any achieved curriculum must fit with the objectives and the activities that were conducted. This also indicates the performance, the objectives, and the various activities, usually described by the test scores or other performance indicators measured by evaluation tools. So this is like the results from an exam. The teachers will have to evaluate the students to know what they have learned or the knowledge they have attained after giving the lessons. Now, what are the tools for assessment? Below are just samples, but I believe this will be discussed by the next reporters. There may be more, but these are just some of what I have experienced. Pencil and paper strategy, performance-based strategy, observational, personal communication, oral, reflective, and combination of strategies. So same as the previous types, we also have questions that can be addressed to measure the achieved curriculum. Also, to compare the written or intended curriculum to the taught or implemented curriculum, we may use the curriculum mapping. Curriculum mapping is a technique that is very useful. Essentially, a curriculum map is created by the teacher of the subject by recording what he or she is actually doing in the classroom at various points throughout the day. So curriculum mapping is like creating a list of what you have and haven't done in the class. This may also help you generate new techniques by basing it on previous lessons and activities you have given. So what is the relationship between the three types of curriculum? In a simpler way, I have this image where you can see the relationship between the three types of curriculum. Intended curriculum may be classified as the written or the roadmap. The implemented curriculum is what is being taught. So literally, it's everything that you do inside a classroom. And the achieved curriculum is the outcome of the process. It is what they have learned, what they have gained, and what the students have attained. So you might have this question in mind. Is it possible to have any gap along these three types of curriculum? What would be the impact if it's possible? So based on the relationship image that I showed you, I can say that any gap between these three types of curriculum will give weak results and will not provide the ideal learning styles a student needs. So all the three types should be linked together to achieve the desired outcome. So to put it in a very brief summary, let's consider this reporting that we have with Ms. Madali. Same as what I have showed in the first part of this report, we have objectives that we are aiming at by the end of this 15-minute video, which is an example of intended curriculum. The way we deliver our reports, which is online, using software, applications, and internet, is an example of implemented curriculum. And how much we all have learned from this lesson is an example of achieved curriculum. So basically, we will get to know this through the reaction paper that we are about to submit, which is one of the tools for assessment. This could be under the reflection. So this concludes my report. I am hoping we all gathered an additional knowledge about the different types of curriculum, which may definitely be very useful for us in the future. Shukran everyone and stay safe.